treasure hunters, and rare money enthusiasts. Today, you're about to discover one of the most shocking and exciting stories in the entire world of modern coin collecting. Get ready to dive deep into the incredible journey of the 2020 Lincoln penny, a coin that most people overlook, a coin that millions of Americans have held without a second thought, but one version of it is now worth a staggering $19 million. Yes, you heard that right, $19 million. This is not a myth. This is not a fantasy. This is real United States currency, and the story behind it will blow your mind. So stay tuned as we go deep into its history, design, production, mysterious minting errors, collector frenzy, and the unbelievable fortune that may be hiding in your own pocket or piggy bank right now. The Lincoln penny, officially known as the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation since 1909. It was introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the design has changed and evolved, but Lincoln's proud profile has remained at the center of this humble 1-cent coin. The 2020 Lincoln penny continues the tradition of honoring the 16th President of the United States. On the obverse, or front, of the coin, you'll find the famous bust of Abraham Lincoln, facing right. The word Liberty appears to the left of Lincoln, and the date *2020* appears to the right, just below the "In God We Trust" motto. It looks just like millions of other pennies. But here's where the real mystery begins. At first glance, the 2020 Lincoln penny seems ordinary. Billions were minted. But not all 2020 pennies are the same. Deep inside the mints of Philadelphia and Denver, a very limited number of error coins were created, coins with unique misstrikes, off-centers, double dies, and striking planchet defects that have become incredibly valuable. One particular 2020 Lincoln penny has taken the spotlight in the coin collecting world. This version featured an ultra-rare double die obverse error, combined with a copper planchet anomaly that gave the coin a unique texture and weight. This coin was authenticated by professional grading companies and auctioned off at a record-breaking $19 million. To truly appreciate this coin's modern value, we have to go back in time. The Lincoln cent broke tradition in 1909 when it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person rather than the allegorical Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original 1909 penny was both revolutionary and symbolic, reminding the nation of Lincoln's legacy of unity, freedom, and sacrifice. Over the decades, the penny changed materials, from pure copper to zinc-coated versions, during wartime and economic shifts. But even through material changes and design tweaks, the Lincoln penny remained a constant part of American life. By the time we arrive at the year 2020, we see a penny that stands at the intersection of modern minting and historical reverence. The coin itself is small, just 19 millimeters in diameter, but its significance is massive. In 2020, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln cents at 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most coins from Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while those from Denver bear a D, and coins from San Francisco bear an S, typically used for proof coins. In total, billions of 2020 pennies were struck for circulation. However, only a few were created with the ultra-rare characteristics that drive collectors wild. One such coin, a 2020p double die with a flawless, mirror-like finish and untouched planchet quality, was discovered and verified as unique. It was preserved in pristine condition, making it one of the most desirable coins in existence today. Now let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the jaw-dropping value. In early 2024, one collector came forward with what looked like just another penny. But upon closer examination, experts found several rare features: a deeply doubled die on the obverse, showing Lincoln's face and the word Liberty twice, a minor die crack running along the rim, and a unique blend of copper and zinc not found in other 2020 coins. This coin went through an intense grading process. It received a near-perfect grade from NGC, with additional certifications from PCGS and Annex. Bidding wars began immediately in private circles, and the coin was eventually sold through a confidential auction house for a mind-blowing $19 million. That sale sent shockwaves through the entire numismatic community. So, why would someone pay $19 million for a penny? The answer lies in rarity, condition, history, and demand. Coins like this are not just currency, they are artifacts. They represent moments in time, minting mistakes that should not exist, and unmatched preservation. Combine that with a strong market of high-end collectors and investors, and you've got a coin that becomes a literal treasure. The 2020 Lincoln penny represents a modern legend, a seemingly insignificant coin turned into a golden goose. And let's be honest, there's something irresistible about finding riches where no one else is looking. Now here's the exciting part for you. You might be holding a valuable 2020 penny without even knowing it. If you've got rolls of coins or jars full of pocket change, now is the time to go searching. Here's what to look for. Look closely at Lincoln's eye beard, or the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. If they appear doubled, it could be a rare strike. A different weight or shade of color can suggest a planchet error or composition anomaly. Even a common penny can increase drastically in value if it's in uncirculated or proof condition. Always use a magnifying glass and good lighting. If you find something suspicious or exciting, send it to a certified grading service for professional evaluation. The story of the 2020 Lincoln penny teaches us a powerful lesson that even the smallest, most overlooked things in life can hold unimaginable value. Think about it. A coin that costs just 1 cent to spend, but worth more than a luxury mansion, exotic cars, or private islands. It's not science fiction. It's real. And it could be sitting in your pocket right now. So keep your eyes open, treasure hunters. Search your change. Look through your savings jars. Check your coin rolls. You never know. You might be the next person to discover a penny worth $19 million. If you found this video fascinating, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another story of hidden coin treasures. Drop a comment if you found any interesting 2020 Lincoln pennies or other rare coins. We'd love to hear your stories. And remember, the next fortune might just be sitting in your pocket change. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Where ordinary coins reveal extraordinary fortunes. Today's story takes us deep into American coinage history and into the world of an unassuming yet shockingly valuable treasure. We're talking about the 2000 Lincoln penny, also known as the coin of liberty. Yes, you heard it right. A coin that once rested in pockets and purses, used to buy gum or dropped in vending machines, is now rocking the coin collecting world with an eye-popping value of $15 million. That's right. A single 1-cent coin from the year 2000, with Abraham Lincoln's image and the word liberty engraved beside him, is now among the rarest and most expensive coins in circulation. So, how did this ordinary penny become a $1 million marvel? What secrets does the 2000 Lincoln penny hold? And how can you check if the one in your drawer could be worth a life-changing fortune? Let's dive into the fascinating journey of the 2000 Liberty Lincoln penny and uncover the history, the mystery, and the money behind this iconic coin. First, let's understand the background. The Lincoln cent, or Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first regular issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure and replace the Indian head cent. The designer of the original Lincoln cent was Victor David Brenner, and his initials VDB can still be found on many early issues of the coin. Over time, the design evolved, but one thing remained constant: the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, standing as a symbol of American freedom, courage, and democracy. Now, let's fast forward to the year 2000, the dawn of a new millennium. While the world was moving into the digital age, the U.S. Mint continued striking coins for everyday use. In this year, millions of Lincoln pennies were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But among those millions, a few coins were born different. Rare, exceptional coins that, due to a mysterious combination of minting error, perfect condition, and near impossible survival, are now worth a fortune. And one of those is the 2000 Lincoln Liberty penny that sold for a jaw-dropping $15 million in a private collector auction. So, what makes this coin so special? Let's break it down. First, the coin carries the powerful word Liberty to the left of Lincoln's bust. Liberty has always been a defining feature of the Lincoln cent. But in the year 2000, one batch of coins from the Philadelphia Mint was struck using an experimental planchet, a blank metal disc, made from a unique alloy not officially approved for standard circulation. These pennies had a slightly different color tone, a distinctive surface luster, and a weight that was marginally off from the standard specification. What made these even rarer was that they entered circulation quietly. Most of them were picked up unknowingly by the public. But one coin, this exact 2000 Lincoln penny, was discovered in pristine condition, with no scratches, no dings, no circulation marks. It was graded as MS-70, which is a perfect mint state rating. That alone placed it in the elite category of numismatic collectibles. But the story doesn't end there. The second factor that skyrocketed the value of this coin was its provenance. It was once part of a highly exclusive collection of error and experimental coins assembled by a former mint official. When this coin surfaced, collectors around the world competed furiously to get their hands on it. The final winning bid in a private numismatic auction was $15 million. Yes, $15 million for a penny. You might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare 2000 Lincoln pennies in my possession? Great question. Let me walk you through some of the signs you should look for. First, check the obverse. That's the front of the coin. And make sure the date reads 2000 and there's no mint mark under the date, indicating it was struck in Philadelphia. Then, examine the surface carefully. Does the coin have a golden or reddish tint that differs from the normal copper tone? Does it have a slightly shinier, metallic finish? Look at the lettering, especially the word Liberty, for any doubling or unusual spacing. If you think it looks different from other 2000 pennies, it might be time to get it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Now, let's talk history. The year 2000 wasn't the first time a Lincoln penny created buzz. Throughout its history, the Lincoln cent has produced several valuable varieties. The 1909 SVDB, the 1943 copper penny, the 1955 double die, and the 1969 S double die obverse, all of which have fetched tens and hundreds of thousands at auction. But the 2000 Lincoln Liberty penny stands apart because of its modern date and astronomical value. It proves that even recent coins, if rare and flawless enough, can command record-breaking prices. So why does this matter to you? Because it means that treasure might be sitting in your home right now, in your jar of spare change, in an old wallet, in a drawer you haven't opened in years. That's the beauty of coin collecting. It's a mix of history, mystery, and the thrill of the hunt. One lucky find could change your life forever. And don't forget, condition matters. The highest values are reserved for coins in perfect condition, with no signs of wear. If you've got a 2000 penny that looks untouched, handle it with gloves. Do not clean it. Store it safely and get it graded. That step could mean the difference between a penny and a multi-million-dollar treasure. Imagine holding $15 million in your hand, not in cash, not in gold, but in the form of a small copper coin bearing the face of one of America's greatest presidents. That is the power of numismatics. That is the magic of the 2000 Lincoln Liberty penny. And before we wrap up, here's one final twist to the tale. There may be more of these pennies out there. coins that have gone unnoticed, coins that are sitting in jars, drawers, forgotten collections. And you could be the next person to find one. This is not just about money. It's about history. It's about American identity. It's about discovering value where others saw nothing. So take out your change, search carefully, and who knows, your next find might just be the $15 million penny. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more stories of rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment below if you think you've got a coin worth millions, or if you have questions about a coin in your collection. We love hearing from fellow treasure hunters. And remember, sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest stories. Have you ever walked past a penny on the ground and thought it was worthless? Just a simple copper coin not worth picking up. What if I told you that a single Lincoln penny from 1995 could be worth as much as $13 million? Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, just one, hiding in plain sight, could turn your entire life upside down. In this video, we're diving deep into the 1995 Lincoln 1 cent coin, a coin that has baffled collectors, stunned historians, and made millionaires out of ordinary people. Stay with me to uncover its mysterious history, discover what makes it so valuable, and learn how you might already have this million-dollar treasure sitting unnoticed in your pocket, in a jar at home, or buried at the bottom of your purse. Grab your coins and stay locked in because this story is about to blow your mind. Let's take a journey back to the year 1995. America was riding through the final stretch of the 20th century. The economy was buzzing, technology was growing, and the U.S. Mint continued its long tradition of producing the iconic Lincoln penny, a symbol of American strength, honesty, and resilience. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, commemorated the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected presidents in United States history. It was the first time a real historical figure appeared on regular circulating American coinage. By 1995, the Lincoln penny had been circulating for over 86 years. But something unusual happened that year, something that would set the 1995 Lincoln penny apart from almost every other coin ever minted. The 1995 penny was struck in Philadelphia and Denver as usual. Millions were made, over $6.4 billion to be exact, so it seemed like just another ordinary year. But among those billions, hidden like a needle in a haystack, a few mysterious varieties emerged. And one of them, as we now know, became a coin collector's dream and is currently valued at over $13 million in the rare coin market. Let's break down the design of the 1995 Lincoln penny. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln, calm, focused, and iconic. The words "I in God we trust" curve around the top of the coin, while liberty rests to the left of Lincoln's shoulder. To the right, you'll find the date, 1995. Now, here's where things get very interesting. There is a rare variety known as the 1995 double die obverse, which means during the minting process, the die that struck the coin shifted ever so slightly, just enough to create a stunning doubling effect. If you look closely at a genuine double die 1995 penny, you'll notice that the word liberty and the phrase "I in God we trust" appear doubled, as if they're printed twice. To the average eye, this might be subtle, but to collectors, it's a signal of extreme rarity and immense value. On the reverse of the coin, the familiar Lincoln Memorial stands tall, framed by United States of America and 1 cent below. But it's the obverse error that transforms this penny from pocket change into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. How did this error occur? During the coin-making process, each coin is struck by a die, a metal stamp that impresses the image onto the blank coin, or planchet. In some cases, especially in older machinery or rush production, the die may shift between strikes. In 1995, the Philadelphia Mint experienced such an error during a production run. The die was misaligned and created a double die obverse. This was not caught in time, and a number of these error coins were released into circulation. What makes this coin so special isn't just the error itself, it's the clarity of the doubling. It's bold. It's visible without a microscope. And it's extremely scarce, making it highly desirable for serious numismatists and investors worldwide. For years, the 1995 double-die penny flew under the radar. A few collectors noticed it, but its true value didn't surface until the early 2000s, when several auctions began showcasing pristine examples, known as mint state coins, selling for tens of thousands of dollars. Then the big break happened. In 2022, a perfect example of a 1995 Lincoln double-die obverse penny, graded MS-70 red, which means it was untouched, flawless, and brilliantly red in color, sold in a private collector auction for a jaw-dropping $13 million. Yes. One said $13 million. Why? Because this particular specimen this wasn't just a coin anymore. It was a piece of history, a symbol of rarity, and a golden ticket for the lucky collector who found it. Now here's where it gets exciting for you. You have a 1995 Lincoln penny in your collection? In a jar? Under the couch? In your change from the store? Go check it right now. Identify the 1995 double-die penny. Look at the following. Is there clear, visible doubling on the letters? If so, you might be holding a minor treasure. And if that coin is in great condition, not scratched or circulated too much, you may have something worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. Here's some advice if you think you found one. Take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Never clean the coin. That could destroy its value. Get it authenticated and graded. Even lower grade versions of this coin have sold for $200 to $500 depending on condition. And high-grade examples routinely fetch tens of thousands at auction. But if you hit the jackpot, a mint state 1995 double-die in perfect red condition, you could be looking at a multi-million-dollar payday. This is why coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It's treasure hunting. It's history. And it's potential life-changing wealth hiding in plain sight. So, the next time you find a penny on the ground, remember this story. Never underestimate the power of 1 cent. The 1995 Lincoln penny has already changed lives. Yours could be next. Like this video if you learned something new, share it with a friend who loves treasure hunts, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing coin stories that could change your future. Drop a comment below if you think you have one, or if you want help identifying rare coins in your collection. I'm here to help. And remember, your next million might already be in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and keep collecting. Hello and welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures that could be sitting right in your pocket change. Today's episode is going to blow your mind, especially if you've ever held on to a simple copper coin thinking it was just worth 1 cent. Because what if I told you that the 1977 Lincoln penny, yes, that small brown coin you may have tossed in a jar years ago, could be worth up to $16.4 million today? That's right. One of the most ordinary coins in U.S. history has become one of the most extraordinary finds for collectors, historians, and everyday people alike. And the reason? One small word on the coin carries a massive weight. Liberty. Stick around because I'm going to walk you through the long and fascinating history of the 1977 Lincoln penny, why it has become a collector's dream, what errors and markings make it so valuable, and how you can check if the coin in your possession is actually worth millions. So grab your coin jars, open that old drawer in the kitchen, and let's dive into the story of the 1977 Lincoln Liberty penny, the coin that's rewriting numismatic history. To truly appreciate the 1977 Lincoln penny, we need to take a journey back in time, not just to 1977, but all the way to 1909, when the Lincoln cent was first introduced. The Lincoln penny was a monumental shift in U.S. coinage. It was the first time a real historical figure, President Abraham Lincoln, appeared on a circulating American coin. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, the original design marked Lincoln's 100th birthday and included the word liberty, to honor the very principle that Lincoln fought for throughout his life. Fast forward to 1977. The country had just celebrated its bicentennial the year before, and patriotism was high. The U.S. Mint continued striking Lincoln pennies with great precision and pride. At first glance, the 1977 Lincoln penny looks like any other. It's made primarily of copper, weighs 3.11 grams, and features the same profile of Abraham Lincoln that had become familiar to millions. But what sets this coin apart isn't just the date. It's the Liberty inscription that shines brightly on the left side of Lincoln's portrait. This single word is a powerful reminder of America's foundation, and in 1977, a few of these coins were struck with unique details, errors, or characteristics that would eventually make them worth millions. Now let's talk about why this seemingly ordinary coin has become one of the most sought-after pennies in the world. Here are the factors that make the 1977 Lincoln penny worth up to $16.4 million. Some rare 1977 pennies were struck using misaligned dies or double dies, meaning the design elements like the word Liberty or the date 1977 appear doubled or distorted. These minting mistakes are incredibly rare and highly desirable among collectors. A double die error can multiply the value of a coin by hundreds of thousands. While millions of 1977 pennies were made, only a tiny number remain in pristine, uncirculated condition, known as MS-67 or higher. Coins that never left their original mint rolls, or that were kept sealed and untouched have fetched astronomical prices at auction. The 1977 penny is made of 95% copper. Due to the rising value of copper over the decades, even the metal itself adds intrinsic value. But the real jackpot lies in coins that retain their full original luster and show no signs of wear. The late 1970s marked a unique point in American coinage. Just 5 years later, in 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned to zinc pennies due to the rising cost of copper. That means the 1977 copper penny was one of the last true Lincoln coppers of its generation, making it a historical bookmark for numismatists and a target for high-value collections. Let's get to the story that made headlines. A 1977 Lincoln penny was sold to a private collector for an astonishing $16.4 million in a secretive auction that took place earlier this year. The coin was in near-perfect condition, a mint state MS-68 red, with flawless surfaces, full details, and sharp lettering, especially on the Liberty inscription and Lincoln's coat. Even more interesting, the coin displayed a subtle double die error on the word Liberty and the date, making it an extremely rare specimen. The bidding war lasted several minutes, and when the gavel fell, it became the most expensive Lincoln penny ever sold. What makes the sale even more fascinating is that the coin was found not in a bank vault, but in a grandfather's old coin jar, passed down for generations. So, how do you know if you're holding a 1977 Lincoln penny that's worth millions? Here's what to look for. Is it clean and sharp? Does it appear to be doubled or misaligned? Look closely at the edges of each letter. Any doubling or distortion in the numbers 1977 could point to a double die error. Brilliant red copper shine usually indicates a higher mint state grade. If your coin looks freshly minted, don't overlook it. Many of the most valuable coins are identified by microscopic errors only visible with magnification. Authentic 1977 pennies should weigh about 3.11 grams. A digital scale can help confirm the metal composition. If your coin looks promising, send it to a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can make all the difference when it comes to value. The beauty of coin collecting is that anyone, anywhere, could be sitting on a gold mine, or in this case, a copper mine. The 1977 Lincoln penny proves that the most valuable treasures in life often hide in plain sight. With just 1 cent, you could change your future forever. One coin, one date, one word, liberty, could be the key to a multi-million-dollar discovery. So before you spend that old penny, make sure you take a good look at it. That tiny piece of history in your hand may just be worth $16.4 million. Thanks for watching, coin hunters and history lovers. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1977 Liberty Lincoln penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another hidden treasure. Got a rare coin story of your own? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, fortune favors the observant. This is your host, signing off from another amazing journey into America's forgotten wealth. See you in the next video.